Greetings, human life forms. I'm the Meister. Welcome back to another NFL prediction video. Yesterday with my Cardinals video, a lot of you guys seemed to enjoy it, so I will happily continue this series. And today we're gonna go in alphabetical order. Might as well. So today we will be doing the Atlanta Falcons. Now the Falcons are a very interesting team. I think it's safe to say that we can assume that Julio Jones is no longer a Falcon, but nobody knows where he's gonna go. So he could potentially end up in Tennessee, but I heard that's a long shot. Other teams like Green Bay, San Francisco, potentially even the Ravens and Patriots are in the mix as well. So really, Julio can go anywhere. But for this prediction video, I'm going to predict that he is still going to be on the team. Because currently, today, Julio Jones is still a member of the Atlanta Falcons. So in this video, I'm going to predict the Falcons season like Julio Jones is still on the team. Obviously, once the season starts, like once week 1 is like a couple days away or whatever, I'll make my weekly prediction videos and like those slideshow things I could do for the power rankings. I'll be doing power rankings too. So, there'll be a better prediction, obviously, when the games are like very close to the video coming out. But this video, it's like a lot of months away. So, Falcons roster, you have Matt Ryan, he ain't trash yet. He can still make plays. He can still throw the ball. He can still sling it. You have Julio Jones, because I'm still predicting him to be on the team. We already know Julio Jones is one of the best receivers in the entire league, even though he's 32. Calvin Ridley, one of the young stars on that offense. And you got Mike Davis. He could be a very reliable running back if the offensive line can help out. Defensively, it's not looking the best. It's not in the best shape. Obviously, they got some young guys in that defense, but it's not going to make that instant impact. I mean, it could, but it probably won't be too big of an impact because they're rookies. So, I'm just going to get right into predicting here finally. Oh god, I don't want to screw that up. Okay, so week 1, they are hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Now the Eagles they made a lot of coaching changes earlier today. That's if you're watching this the day I'm making it, the 27th. But they made a lot of coaching changes on offense. Jalen Hurts should be the starter. They said they're not sold on Jalen Hurts. I mean, I wouldn't be sold on him being a franchise quarterback, but you should still give him the starting role. I mean, they should. I don't see Joe Flacco being the starter in Philadelphia unless Jalen Hurts gets injured. You have Jalen Reagor. He's a young wide receiver. You also have Devante Smith. He's another young guy. So, again, rookies. I mean, we saw some rookies make a huge impact, like Justin Herbert and, of course, Justin Jefferson. But you can't just... I mean, you can, but it's kind of, like, harsh. I don't know, it's just weird, like, predicting a rookie to be like, oh, yeah, that guy is going to, like, let's just say, oh, yeah, Justin Fields, he's gonna be the starter and throw for 5,000 yards and 48 touchdowns. Like, you haven't seen him play on the field yet. Some guys can be busts, some guys can be huge stars, but you have to wait and see how they play on the field first to get an idea of, like, how they play. And in the Eagles' defense, they have some beef on the D-line, of course. Fletcher Cox, they have Graham, number 55, and Darius Slay. He didn't have one of his best years last year, though, which is an area for concern. So I think it's safe betting going with the Falcons here. I think the Falcons will probably win this in kind of a high scoring game, probably like 20 something to like 37. The Eagles' defense is not too good. So, moving on, 1-0. Week 2 at the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay, starting off with their offense, of course, they have Tom Brady, reigning Super Bowl MVP. They have 1,000-yard receiver and Mike Evans, and they, of course, got their nice, reliable Chris Godwin, even though he does have some bad games, and Antonio Brown used to be considered the best wide receiver in the league, too, and Rob Gronkowski used to be considered the best tight end in the league as well. It's just a stacked offense. There's weapons all around. They can make plays all over the field. And the defense, they have stars all over in defense too. This is the exact same team, starting team-wise, starting players, that won the Super Bowl a year ago against the Chiefs, which probably was the favorite to win. So, I don't see this being a close game. I can maybe see Matt Ryan getting maybe 1 or 2 touchdown passes in, but yeah, it's a tough game for the Falcons. I think that's an easy Tampa Bay win there, week 2. So moving on to week 3 at the Giants in New Jersey. Giants offense with Daniel Jones. Giants season is literally on the shoulders of Daniel Jones. If he plays how he did last year, they're probably not making the playoffs. But if he takes that next step, they could potentially win the division, because I don't think they can make the playoffs without winning the NFC East. So if Daniel Jones does end up taking a big step, I can definitely see the Giants taking that division. But of course you have teams like Dallas, which are probably neck and neck with the Giants right now, and the Washington football team, which in my opinion is the best team in that division so far. And then a defense for the Giants. It's one of those defenses that like don't have like too many big names on there. I mean, of course, Giants fans are gonna know like every single player on that defense, but for like the average fan, for me, I don't see too many guys that are like stars, but mainly just a group of guys that work well together, which is how the Bills' defense was for a couple years until they made names for themselves. So this is going to be a really tough game for the Falcons. I mean, I can see them pulling out a win here, but I'm going to go with the home team here with the Giants. So 1-2, off to a nice start. Now they will be hosting the Washington football team, the team that I was just praising to be the favorites to win the NFC East, and for good reason. Ryan Fitzpatrick, I think he's probably one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. Call me crazy, but he is a solid quarterback. Of course, in the wide receiving position, you have Scary Terry McLaurin, you got Curtis Samuel, you have Adam Humphries, all very, very solid wide receivers. And then Jarrett Patterson, he, not a lot of people probably know him, but he was amazing for the Buffalo Bulls in college. I think he's going to be a star on that team. I really do. They do have Antonio Gibson, though. He's one of those young rising stars as well. And then defense, of course, you have Chase Young, and then one of the new guys, William Jackson, great cornerback. And really, it's a really well-rounded team. I don't know why Washington is getting so much hate on them. I don't know why a lot of people think Dallas is going to win. This is going to be a tough game, though. I think I'm going to have to go with Washington here. Just not a good spot for the Falcons to be playing Washington early in the season with a Fitzpatrick that teams are probably still figuring out. He probably isn't too hard to figure out. I mean, he's a stand-in-the-pocket tosser dude, so. But, anyways, week 5 here. No primetime games yet for the Falcons. They will be hosting the New Jersey Jets. The Jets are in rebuilding mode, obviously. They drafted Zach Wilson. You can't expect him to make an instant impact in the team. Probably a better impact than what Sam Darnold brought, but not too big of an impact. You got Corey Davis. He was a great signing for them. You have Carl Lawson on the defensive side. He was a good signing for them. And you have one of their corners, C.J. Mosley, which I believe his name is. He's coming back from leaving the season because he was scared of COVID. And it's not... The Jets aren't there yet. They have the coaching staff. They are building this team the right way. As long as they don't screw it up like Adam Gase did, the Jets could be a scary team in a few years. But for right now, I'm going to go with the Falcons here. So 2-3 on the season, going into their early bye week, coming out in a tough game at Miami. The Dolphins offense, it's another one of those teams that relies on the shoulders of their young quarterback. Can Tua throw the ball more than 10 yards down the field? If he can, this is going to be a blow-in for the Dolphins. If not, it's going to be tougher for them to win. Tua has pretty much everything he needs to succeed on this team. He's got Will Fuller. He's going to be out for the first 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. But Will Fuller, he's a solid wide receiver. Of course, you got Jalen Waddle. I was about to say Jamar Chase, but it's Waddle. Again, he's a rookie. Ain't going to make too big of an impact. Devante Parker, another underrated wide receiver in my opinion, than Mike Gesicki. I absolutely love Mike Gesicki. If I had to choose a tight end, that was my favorite other than a Bills tight end, obviously. I think it would have to be Mike Gesicki. He is just an absolute beast on the field. He makes absolute insane catches all the time. And then on the defensive side, they did lose Kyle Van Noy, but Josh Allen kind of toyed with him last season. Trucked him and stiff-armed him and did everything to him. They still have 2 amazing cornerbacks in Byron Jones and, of course, Xavier Howard. They got McKinney from the Texans. They had to give away Carl Lawson for it, though. This is going to be a tough defense for Matt Ryan to really dissect here. And I think Tua's going to have a solid game against them. I see the Dolphins taking this one here today. So moving on, we have Falcons hosting the Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold, of course. Sam Darnold reminds me of Ryan Tannehill because they both were in similar situations with the same head coach. Ryan Tannehill played mediocre at best with Adam Gase. Same as Sam Darnold. As soon as Ryan Tannehill left and played for a different team, he became a top 10 quarterback. Could Sam Darnold do that? I don't know. The Panthers definitely have the talent already put around Sam Darnold for him to succeed. Of course, like top 5 running back, Christian McCaffrey, of course. You have, what's his name? DJ Moore, wide receiver. Another great wide receiver there. It's just... It could be a scary offense, and people don't see it yet. It very well could be. I have to see how they play, though, to really get an idea of how they'll be throughout the rest of the season. Defense, not too many big names, very young defense. It could definitely get better easily, or it could definitely show improvement easily. This is going to be a shootout. I think I'm going to take the Falcons here, though, just because I trust Matt Ryan's offense more than I do Sam Darnold in this situation, and they're at home, so I got to take the Falcons for this one. Next up, Week 9 at the Saints. Yeah, that's a tough game for Atlanta. They have to go out to New Orleans with their crazy fans. They have to deal with that stingy top 10 Saint defense with Marshawn Lattimore, Cam Jordan on there, two studs in that defense. And then offensively, Jameis Winston, I don't think he's going to be as bad as he was in Tampa. He ain't going 30 for 30 again. I don't think anyone ever will. But I don't know if you guys remember, he had LASIK eye surgery, so maybe that was an excuse why he sucked throwing the football. Or maybe that's actually going to help him and he's really going to get better. So, who knows? I think it's really going to change that offense because Breeze was kind of just standing in the pocket and throwing. But Winston, he can kind of move around in the backfield and chuck that ball like Breeze once was able to. So, I got to take the Saints here. Yeah. Again, Matt Ryan might get a couple scores in, but I don't think they'll be able to really make a dent in that team in this game. So next up, Week 10 at the Cowboys. The Falcons and Cowboys are in two very similar situations. Both have easily top 10 offenses, but their defenses, I'm going to take the Cowboys here. They have a better offense, easily. They have a better defense, too. So this is an easy pick for me. I got to take the Cowboys here. Dak Prescott, he'll probably be comeback player of the year candidate. He will win comeback player of the year. It's always a quarterback that usually wins it. Week 11, Thursday Night Football. Nice. They didn't set the times yet for these. They just have the dates, though. So, hosting the Patriots. Patriots easily have top 10 offense. Hey. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say top 10 defense. Their offenses and their defenses, which causes friction on the team. So it could cause for some problems in this game. Patriots defense, Stephon Gilmore was the reigning defensive player of the year. Absolute stud corner, and of course they have J.C. Jackson. He's another outstanding cornerback who should have made the Pro Bowl. They lost Jason McCourty. They still have their twin brother, Devin McCourty. So they got Kyle Van Noy back. It's it's gonna be a lot tougher defense than a year ago. I'll just say that. They also have Matt Judon, great veteran addition. And then offensively, Cam Newton or Mac Jones. I'm gonna guess that. You may think I'm crazy here, but I think Cam Newton will probably be starter all season, unless he gets injured or something, which is likely because he gets injured a lot. But you do not pay a quarterback $14 million and bench him. You simply don't. I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw breaking Patriots re-sign Cam Newton for a 1-year, $14 million deal. You do not pay a quarterback that much money to be your backup. You don't. I gotta take the Patriots here. Bill Belichick is gonna probably toy with Arthur Smith here in this game. The coaching is more trustworthy. I think Arthur Smith can definitely be a great head coach with the Falcons. But I gotta take Bill Belichick for this one. So 3-7 playoff hopes are kind of gone now. The next week here at the Jaguars. The Jaguars got Trevor Lawrence. He ain't gonna make an instant impact, like a big impact, but he will make some sort of impact, obviously. They still have DJ Shark. He's a solid wide receiver. They also got Marvin Jones, another stud wide receiver. And on defense, they signed Shaquille Griffin from free agency. Great pickup for the Jaguars, in my opinion. And, of course, you still have Myles Jack and Josh Allen on that defense. So, this game could really go either way. I'm going to go with the home team here. Jaguars. But that game could go either way. Week 13, this game cannot go either way. I'm going to take Tampa to sweep the season series yet again with Atlanta. I just don't see it happening. If anyone sees it happening, you're a Falcons fan. Like, seriously, the Buccaneers will definitely sweep the Falcons this season. I don't think there's much explanation with that. But moving on to Week 14, at the Panthers, coming off their bye week. Yeah, I'm going to have to take the Panthers here. The only reason is that they're coming off their bye. If not, it would have been another toss-up game. Might have given it to the Panthers anyway, but this will probably have to... I'd have to hand it to the Panthers because they have next week to prepare for this game, next week for players to heal up, etc., etc. I think the Panthers are going to win this game. So, moving on to Week 15 at 49ers. This schedule is not doing the Falcons any favors. The number of 10-plus win teams on their schedule is, 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, 4. There's only 4, but you know what I mean. Like, 49ers, they went 6-10, but people consider them to be big playoff contenders. Patriots did make the playoffs, big playoff contenders. Same with the Dolphins. Washington is contender only because they're on the NFC East. But, yeah, this is an easy 49ers win. Their 49ers defense is crazy. Players all around. Nick Bosa. D Ford. Just great players all around. They did lose Richard Sherman, though, and this is what I feel like is a big one. A big blow to that defense. Losing Robert Saleh. That is a big blow for that defense. But if it was the players, they will keep playing well. And I think if Matt Ryan could easily pick this defense apart, even though I just said how good they were. But on the offense, I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be the starter all season, unless, of course, he hurts his leg again or something, obviously. They're going to have some complimentary football. They're going to run the ball. They're going to pass the ball when they need to, and I think the 49ers are going to get this win here. But now we have a winnable game for Atlanta, hosting the Lions. Lions have Jared Goff at quarterback. Solid offensive line. That's really all I can say. That's really all I got for you. They do have DeAndre Swift, so they'll probably be able to run the ball. They might have Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley might go to the Lions. Todd Gurley isn't as good as he once was, though. I'm taking the Falcons for this one. I think that's kind of an easy pick there for me. Week 17 now, eliminated from the playoffs. Obviously, they're 4-11. At the Bills. I don't think there's much explaining for that. Bills have a top 5 offense and top 10 defense. Yeah. Sorry, Falcons. No, you ain't winning that. But to close out the season, hosting the New Orleans Saints and to end the season off with a loss. I know. Well, I'm sorry. It's basically the same record as last year with an extra loss. But this is how I see it. This is how I see it playing out for the Atlanta Falcons. So currently, I have the Cardinals at 10-7, right down here, right up here, and then the Atlanta Falcons at 4-13 on the year. Another struggling, painful season for Falcons fans. I've been there. Actually, I haven't, because I haven't become a Bills fan until the 100th season. But yeah, that's. I'm sorry, Falcons, but that's what I see. This is a tough schedule for y'all. You'll definitely get more wins next year. Probably like 2 more. But yeah, that's what I got here today. Falcons 4-13, 4-4 at home, losing every single game on the road. Yeah. They'll probably get a few road wins though. They will. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know you guys enjoyed the Cardinals video, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video just as much. When I reach level 100 in my Fire Wizard and Wizard 101, I will be streaming on Twitch of Darkmoor, so I'll leave a link to my Twitch in the description below. Unless my YouTube ends up working, because the only reason why I stream on Twitch is because YouTube won't let me stream on YouTube for whatever reason. I don't know why. But yeah, my Twitch is in the description below. Follow me over there and support me. I also have Twitter that I use for mainly NFL stuff, which is probably where most of the people watching my videos are coming from. So hello all. Twitter's in the description below if you want to follow me over there as well. And I have an Instagram also in the description below. I don't really use it that much, but if you want to support me, follow me over there as well. So hope you guys